been a while since I've been home, but I just went ahead and got ready because, well, for one, I'm bringing the vlogs back. I have been at a place in my life where I'm ready to let you guys back in. I have filmed a few short form vlogs for you guys, and I realized that, yeah, I think I'm ready to do this vlogging thing again, so we're gonna give it a try. I'm just gonna bring you through a week in my life, or a weekend, probably a week. But tonight I have plans with one of my girlfriends, and we are gonna go catch up and do all the things, and I'm very excited. But I did want to also show you guys my jacket. I thrifted the jacket that I'm about to show you this summer, and I've already worn it once, but it is this big fluffy coat. Let me put it on. Like, y'all, like, look how cute. So this is the coat I'm wearing tonight. I'm so excited to wear it because it is absolutely freezing outside, and I just know this is gonna keep me nice and warm. Also, yes, if you've seen my vlogs before or on a podcast, you would know that I chopped it all off. Okay, we'll catch up more later. But if you're new here, I'm Janelle. I'm a girl in her late 20s living in Phoenix, Arizona, who is a podcaster and trying to make my dreams a reality. So if that's interesting to you, I'd love to have you follow along and join the journey. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Also, I do want to mention, while I do have a podcast, I do have to work a regular schmegular job. So, I also do have so many side hustles, and one of them is doing photography. So, I have some photos for a shoot I did earlier this week that I'm going to finish editing and then hopefully send off by tonight. So I'm gonna take care of that first because work hard, play hard. Exactly in that order. Okay. Happy Tuesday vlog. Tuesday, it's Monday, but it is my day off. I'm trying to finish a bunch of tasks that I've been putting off, and a lot of these tasks are just a little time consuming. So the ones I'm trying to tackle today are all photo frame hanging related. So this morning you guys saw me opening up picture frames and shoving photos in them. These are those. I actually got these prints from our next door neighbor. I think like one of the first weekends we moved in, they threw a yard sale, and she had 6 prints from London, or like a London Europe trip, and she gave them to me for $1. So I thought they'd be really fun to hang. I've had these since maybe May, June, so it's time to get hung up. I put 2 of the prints that I had in our living room, and I still don't know how I feel about the height, but I think I like it. I think it's gonna stay for a bit. That wall still is not done. I have to add one more print to the middle frame, but these are all done. So I'm just debating on how I want to set these up. I don't know if I want to put on the plain wall or if the wall behind. decisions, but you guys will see shortly. I've quickly made a decision, and I'm gonna put them on this wall that I was just standing on. Right here. So, this is what we're working with. I feel like they're a little high, but I also think I like them. I think they're gonna stay. And I think they're only gonna stay because I do plan on putting something in the corner, like a lamp or something of some sort. It'll work for now. Hello vlog, it is editing now. I'm just now looking back at this footage and I was so excited to show you guys this clip because I sat down for about like 5 minutes getting straight off of work to work on my podcast, and I was breaking down the behind the scenes of how I come up with podcast episode ideas and all the titles. And in this clip, I actually show you some of the episodes that never actually aired, or like episode titles that were like working titles, but either got changed or just never saw the light of day. But unfortunately, my vlog camera that I was filming with has a setting where it will record video footage without audio. So we've lost all the audio, and now I'm here explaining this to you guys. Most of these episodes actually were filmed, and I'm really proud of that. But I also have to acknowledge that I do want to go back and maybe touch on some of these other topics or hit up other ideas on this board. Like being married to a creative. I feel like that could be like a fun episode, but also maybe it just won't ever happen. Anywho, that's enough. Okay, bye. Hello. Good morning vlog. Happy Thursday. I have to go into work today at 12, so it's 10:22. I'm gonna give myself about like 40 minutes to just work on some stuff before I get ready and head out. To stay on theme about giving you guys a little bit behind the scenes of the podcast, I thought I'd share something that might be helpful to other people who create long form content and need to create short form content as well to promote their long form content. Okay, so what you see on my screen is my most recent podcast episode, which is episode 22, and I have two separate notes pages, and the one on the bottom is episode 21 content marks. So what that means is that I watched the entire video, and then what I'll do is I'll take timestamps of that video that I think would be really good for either a short form type of content, like a reel, or I'll use it as like a good quote so that I can use for other content. I watch the entire episode and I pause every time like I hear something that I think would be a good reel or quote, and I take the timestamp and I just make note of it here. And then on the side, you'll see like check mark reel. That means I made a reel out of that. So I know what has already been made into content and what hasn't. And I find that this is so helpful because if I don't have any content and I'm looking to create content, all I have to do is just go to this episode, look for the timestamps, throw this video in my editor, and just cut from that time to this time. I'm quickly able to make short form content. So I just recently started doing this, and I find that it's so helpful because by the time I've already edited a video and published it, I'm kind of sick and tired of hearing myself talk. So I find this to be incredibly helpful. So now I'm gonna do this for episode 22. I really want to continue to share more behind the scenes about how I'm able to create content for my podcast. I think a lot of people want to make content but are overwhelmed by all that there is to it, and I really want to show how simple it truly can be. We are currently curious to talk about time and especially as a happy Saturday vlog. We need to catch up. It's been a hot second. I am currently off today, so I've been spending some time getting ready to film some episodes for the podcast, and then I have some short form content I also want to film before the daylight escapes us. But since I've been working on like my podcast scripts, I kind of wanted to like share a little bit more behind the scenes of one of the things I do when I first write out the list of, I think David's home. Okay, so back to what I was saying. One of the things that I'll do is I'll like rework a title that I came up with, and this is the new title of an existing title that I had, and it's called Why Having Main Character Energy is the Key to Success and How to Unlock It. And I've never really made content like this, but I've always been intrigued by content like this on TikTok or YouTube. I just think it's really fun, and this topic actually became kind of relevant in my life because my husband and I were out shopping earlier this morning, and we were just talking about how like we have very specific styles, and my style in particular is very specific, mainly because I do thrift most of my clothes, and I like a certain look for the type of clothes I wear. I would say I like a little bit more of street style when it comes to my clothing. But anywho, the whole point of me bringing that up is that like I dress like I'm like the main character of a TV show. I like to have a specific look. It's my thing. But I think my clothing does help with like creating my personal style, like as a person. And I'm not gonna lie, I walk around living my life as though I truly am a main character. I do think that I've achieved a lot of the things that I have been able to do and accomplish throughout my life because I like exude main character energy, which I realize is now kind of cringe, but it works for you, girl. So I thought I could like spill some of it and share what's worked for me with all y'all. So that podcast episode is coming soon, but this is where we're starting the day. I thought I'd also give you guys like a tour of my podcast set. You see my podcast, this is actually where I sit. This is clothes I've thrifted that needs to be washed. That's something that never got returned. Tattooing things are all below. My bookshelf. This is a list of episodes that may be coming or not. Tattoo certificate. Little photo strip of your girl. The episode number that I always put over here. And then I do sit on a pillow because I'm too short and I don't want to raise this, unfortunately. I always have my notes right here, and this is my makeshift setup. I normally film at night, but I'm done with that. We put a curtain so I film any time of the day. I film on a Sony ZV-1F, I think. And then this is a pillow sheet with a trash bag and a box light. So this is the set. Yeah. And this is where I probably should have stopped, but unfortunately I did not. Well, last night was crazy. We've made it into work, you guys. This is currently the setup. I have survived most of my shift. I'm still gonna be here for quite a bit. I came in at 8 a.m. I told myself when I was gonna start vlogging again that I was gonna keep it super real with you guys. And this is the reality of, well, a creative going through a career crisis who's trying to balance working and having a social life. After all the clips from last night, I just thought I might as well give you guys an update on how I'm feeling because your girl's feeling a little rough.